Gamers, it's been another week of gaming, and there's been a few games. So cheers to you all who made it, and here's to the games that we're going to love playing over the weekend, guys. Not gonna lie, it's been a shit week. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, YouTube proudly presents to you its number one, I think, Friday game collecting show in the world! I am Mad Mikey, and this is the shit I'll probably never play! Mad Mikey Gaming. G'day all you mad gamers of Gamer Nation. Welcome to the shit I'll probably never play, the show where I'm going to show you guys the games that I picked up this week. So I'm Mad Mikey, I come from the land down under, and let's get on with today's show. But before we do, I know you got two thumbs, I only want one, so I want you to make sure that you press that thumb button, and don't forget to tell your old man, tell your mother, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your cousins, tell your friends all about Mad Mikey Gaming, because they might like games. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an emotional week this week, but we'll leave that for Monday's Getting to Know Mad Mikey. I haven't been hearing what you guys are getting. You guys aren't commenting below on the games that you're picking up. I want to know. I want to start a conversation with you. That guy knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, this week, Xbox only this week. Now, that was not my fault. I promise you, because I had an order with the very reputable CEX. So Adam, next time you're near CEX, you tell them that I'm going to be bad-mouthing them again. I made an order on Monday. Monday, guys. First thing Monday, too. This was like 9, 10 a.m. in the morning. I ordered a couple of games. I was like, okay, found some good prices. Let's order them. Because let's face it, that's the only reason I order off them. Because they are cheap. So I ordered a couple of games, a couple of green ones, a couple of blue ones. You know what I'm talking about. And it got to Wednesday and they still hadn't sent them all out. I'm like, something's going on here. So then I keyboard warrioring, get on there onto the email. I'm like, hey guys, I know you're not going to respond to this till next week, but just to let you know, this shit is unacceptable. It's Wednesday and I ordered this on Monday. You guys haven't sent out all of the games yet. You've sent 3 out of, I think it was about 8. And they still haven't replied. I'm not kidding. This is a UK company based in Australia that doesn't have phone numbers for their stores, and their support is over in the UK. So they're pretty much working when we're asleep here in Australia. But I've ranted about these guys enough. You know what? I should probably learn. I should just probably accept it with the prices that I have to pay. But La Passion needs to come out now and then. Plus, I ordered a game that was supposed to be released today, so that might be a little bit of a hint for next week's shit I'll probably never play. It was expected to arrive today, but Australia Post, in their infinite awesomeness, you dropped the ball, guys. But let's get on to the game. Sorry about that, guys. I do apologise. Just let me finish off this. As I said, it's been a rough week. And if you watched last week's show, it's not 0.5 of a second lag. It's probably about 10-second lag. But we'll go from the newest games this week to the oldest. Now, this game, I initially was not going to get. I was like, you know what? Still saving the pennies for the Switch coming out in a couple of weeks, which I'm totally psyched about. And I was like, you know what? Nah, that's all right. But then they had the beta weekend, so I was like, okay, let's try it out. And it was freaking amazing. And that is For Honor. Now, it's got a story campaign, which I have not touched. I have only played the multiplayer. So if you guys don't know, on the Xbox preview, I'm a preview member, as probably a lot of people are. They've actually introduced Beam on there. Now, Beam Pro is just basically like a competitor now. It's Microsoft's competitor for Twitch. and it's integrated into the Xbox really nicely. So I thought I'd try it out, and I was playing with a friend. So if you guys want to follow me over on Beam, it's beam.pro/Mad Mikey without the Y. So it's the double E's at the end. But this game is amazing. If you watched my Getting to Know Mad Mikey Mondays, I did sort of touch on this a bit from my beta experience. But playing the full player game, this is incredible. I love this game. It reminds me of Jedi Knight 2. Just the one-on-one duels. You can actually do 2-on-2. You can do 4 versus 4, those sorts of things. But then there's the big domination maps. I'm really, really enjoying this. It's an easy game to play, but a hard game to master. That is this in the truest sense. Like, I was playing as one of the Peacemaker class, which is the Knights sort of assassin sort of group. And I was actually doing quite well over the beta, but when I actually started getting out there and playing against other people, it became apparent how much of a noob I actually am at this game. And playing against my friend who has been looking forward for this for ages, George, he absolutely smashed the crap out of me. But I have noticed in this game, and let me know, guys, if you've been noticing the same thing, people spam the push button and or the knockout button. And it's getting to be a bit of an epidemic on there. I'm just finding that it's affecting my enjoyment of the game. So maybe once they sort of fix that, because hopefully they patch that it maybe takes a bit more stamina out of you or something like that, I'll get back into it. But from what I've heard, the story campaign is actually quite good. So might hit that up over the weekend. Hopefully it only takes the weekend. But this is a good game. Pick it up if you haven't. Let me know why you haven't, or if you have, let me know how awesome. Or if you don't like it, let me know what you don't like about it. Now, just skipping back one generation of games, back to the Xbox 360. As I said, it's an all Xbox episode this week. I picked up The Darkness 2 a couple of weeks ago, so I actually picked up The Darkness. Now, EB Games has got a 2-for-1, so both these games were $14, so I essentially got them for $7 each. I've never actually played The Darkness. I don't even think I've actually got it on Steam. But now I've got the obvious collection. The only annoying thing is that it didn't come with the instruction book, but I'm not that fussy about my collecting. But from what I've heard, this is a really good game. How you got like these demons coming out. Let's read the back. Let me know, guys. Question of the show: would you like it if I do a bit of a dramatic reading at the end? So we'll go with this week. We'll dramatically read it. The Darkness. I can't read that. A cold-blooded mafia hitman becomes even more deadly when a terrifying inheritance is forced upon him on the eve of his 21st birthday. Possessed by the darkness, Jackie Estacado discovers he wields a terrible power which can destroy his enemies without mercy. But in an exhilarating with this exhilarating force comes at a price. The darkness has a malevolent a malevolent agenda of its own. Rated M. Let's just try and have some fun with this. Sorry. I've really got to get into these games, but this is why we call it the shit I'll probably never play. Next up was Gun. Now, if you know me, I love my westerns. Again, this was a $7 game. I think I'm not 100% sure. I have to check my thing on the phone that has the stockade of all the shit that I'm not playing. I think I've actually got this on the GameCube, but it actually originally came out on the Xbox. But Xbox 360 will obviously look just a bit more prettier. But Western games are my jam. Like, even before Red Dead, I'm a big Western fan. There's just, whenever there's a Western game out, I'm going to get it. Experience the brutality, greed, and lust that was the West. When life robs Colton White of all that matters, the only thing he can do is trust in his gun. Ooh, yeah. Journey as Colton on your quest to exact vengeful justice on those that have wronged you. This was actually a really amazing game for when it came out. In terms of like just the gameplay, and it was semi-open world. They obviously tried to do like basically what Red Dead achieved back in the day. It's got its little areas, and I've never actually finished this game, to be honest, so I do actually want to finish this game. So hopefully it becomes on the backwards compatibility on Xbox, because I'm really starting to try and get into the streaming world. So I've got my shit that I'll probably never play here, but I'm going to start trying on Beam and Twitch to start up shit I am playing. Now onto the Xbox games. Now these were about $5 a piece that I picked up from a good old cash converters. Now first off is Crimson Skies. Now I never played this back in the day. I think I actually bought it, but I didn't play it, if you know what I'm talking about. No? Yeah, I was pretty stupid back then. But it's a flying game, and it looks like it's got a bit of a story to it. It's like dashing heroes, dangerous dames, and deadly dogfights. It actually looks really good. I've watched a couple of the reviews for it, and I'm quite actually looking forward to this game. It's your old school sort of dogfighting airplane. So it's not sort of like your Top Gun. But it's got dozens of missions, expansive environments that let you decide which path to go on, defend a cargo shipment, race your plane, or embark in a quest for glory. I think that sums it up right there, doesn't it? But next up we have Fight Club, which is obviously a fighting game based on the movie Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club. And it actually looks pretty good. Like the fighting mechanics look like Mortal Kombat. I'm not 100% sure who did this. What is this? Rule number 8. If this is your first night at Fight Club, you have to... bloody stickers. You have to fight. Fair enough. So I guess that means that when I fire it up, I'm fighting. But the cult classic, I do quite actually enjoy how it's like featuring music from the Dust Brothers. Korn, yeah, I know who they are. Limp Bizkit, yeah. No, I'm not Fred Durst. Don't pick on me about my backwards hat, man. And Queens of the Stone Age. So they've got all the big ones at the back, but I do not for the life of me know who the Dust Brothers are. So it looks like it's got like X-ray vision, so a bit like with what the new Mortal Kombat games are doing. So it's actually quite interesting that was sort of implemented into an old school Xbox game. I don't know if this has got a story mode or if it's just a fighting game. Yeah, but let's find out together, guys. And the last one. Now, I sort of saw this game and I'm like, oh. And then I looked at the back and I'm like, oh. And then I was just like, no, fuck it, get it. And we have Kung Fu Chaos. Now, I haven't played it, and I'm honest about all this. I haven't played it, but I was looking up the reviews and the trailers of this game, and it actually looks like a game that I will enjoy. It looks like Power Stone, which is actually a Dreamcast game, a Super Smash Brothers, but before Super Smash Brothers was Super Smash Brothers. And this game actually looks really cool. It's got a lot of the licensed music, so it's like everybody was kung fu fighting. Yeah, it actually looks like a lot of fun. There's 8 characters, which isn't that much, but you got to think back. Come on, guys. Back to the day of the Xbox. Full face of fists and big fight, big action. If that doesn't sell a game, I don't know what will. But yeah, it looks like it's obviously got a single player mode. All these games come in really good nick. So I'm very happy with this week's haul, but I'm going to be even happier with next week's. But that's it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all those nice things. And I just want to give a big shout out to all my new followers. I've actually hit now 130. And I really want to thank fellow YouTuber BeanoCookie for making my new Avi, I don't know what they call it. But it's a new picture. And to me, this perfectly encapsulates what I am as a gamer. It's got that sort of retro Vice City look across the face. And I didn't even ask the dude to do it. He just did it out of the kindness of his heart. It could have been he got me when I was drunk. But nah, the guy is awesome. I've chatted with him a couple of times, and I chat with him over on Discord. Really nice guy. As I said, he did this out of nowhere. So thank you so much, BeanoCookie. I will put your link in the description below. So everybody, you can go out and follow him. And I want to give a big shout out to the true Ultimate Gamers family. They've humbly accepted me into their hearts. They're just a big group of guys that just help out and encourage everyone and go and sort of share everybody's streams. They're mostly on the Twitch and the Beam side of things, but obviously me being a bit more of a YouTuber, but you know what, I'm getting into all the streaming now, so if you're playing, you may as well stream it, baby. Guys, have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday for Getting to Know Mad Mikey Mondays, where will it be Sega or it will be Nintendo? Stay tuned. Bye guys, take care.